Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm creating a layout for the Shimmerz Paints design team, but I'm also playing along with several of my friends for the Mix It Up Monday. And this is where we take a sketch and we add some mixed media and mix it up. So I've chosen to use the February 2026 color kits from Shimmerz Paints. Here's the sketch that was provided, and this was created by Mel with scrapping. And I like that there's little paper strips and there's a couple 3x4 photos. I've only got 2 photos though to use today. I've got these 2 photos, and this is my daughter Tatum, and this was on her 15th birthday. And we went to a restaurant called Fiddlesticks, which is kind of crazy because now she works there. So super fun. I've got the paints here from the color kits. I'm going to set those aside. I believe that's what I'm going to use for my mixed media. And these are the pattern papers that came in the Shimmerz Paints color kits this month. I do have a full unboxing, so I will leave that link down below in the description box in case you're interested in checking out the kit. Now, if you ever make an order on the Shimmerz Paints website, you can add my name, Melissa Minor, to the notes section, and Shimmerz will send you a free paint. And you can add my name to every order you place, and each time you'll receive another free paint. So it looked like in this sketch there was a pattern paper in the background and then maybe a white layer on top. So I'm going to use this paper. I'm going to actually gut it, but I do want to use this as my background page. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm placing it at 1 1/4 and then slicing out the center here. So I'm slicing it from 1 1/4 to 10 3/4 all the way around so that I'll have this center piece. And I actually think I want to back my photos with the same pattern paper just to bring that in. I've got some watercolor paper here. I'm not truly a fan of this paper. I picked it up on Amazon. I typically like to use my mixed media cardstock from Scrapbook.com, but I'm running low, so I was trying to use up some of the other papers that I had. All right, off camera, I went ahead and matted my photos. Now I did print these at home on my Epson PictureMate 400, and I printed them 4x4 in size, so my pattern paper there is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now I did cut several of the pattern paper strips from the collection, and I cut these in various sizes. So I do have them all 1.5 inch wide, and then the lengths, I'm just kind of eyeballing these. I think I'm going up to 6 inches on some of them. And I want to layer these behind my photo. Now I will distress all the edges off camera with my edge distressing tool. I've torn the bottoms of them. And I think this is kind of how I want this to go. Now I don't think I'm going to have a large title. In fact, my title wouldn't fit there in the center. But I think this is following the sketch pretty closely. Other than that, I'm changing up the size of my photos. So I'm going to go ahead and start adhering my paper strips to the background. And I'm using some liquid glue here. And the reason that I'm using liquid glue is because I think I want to take this over to my sewing machine and maybe add some machine stitching to these strips. Now I've heard that if you use a tape runner and then try to run it through your sewing machine, that it'll like gum up your needle. So I don't want to do that. I haven't tried that. So I always use liquid glue so that I can take it over to my sewing machine. So I love these pattern papers. I've got the one with the cupcakes. I've got one with the hearts and then one with the stripes. So I will glue this one down and then I'll take the other one and do that one off camera. I'm going to just kind of layer them up similar so that the photo extends all the way across. I am going to tear this one a little bit more. I think I got it a little bit long, so we'll even that up just a little bit and we'll be ready to go. So I've got this side done. Let me give it a good press so I can make sure these are adhered. And then off camera, I went ahead and adhered the bottom right side. So I did take that over to my sewing machine here, and you can see I put some like light pink colored thread in my sewing machine. And I did some wonky stitches, so I did different kinds of stitches in each of the pattern paper strips. One of the things that I wanted to start doing more of in 2026 was either stamping on my scrapbook pages and also adding stitching. So I just think it adds such a fun element to the pages, so I wanted to do more of that. Bringing back in my photos here for placement, and I like the way that's looking. So I'm going to go ahead and get those glued down. I want to pick out a paint color because I want to add some mixed media. I was kind of thinking the green or maybe the pink, but you know what? I think I'm going to go with this lighter yellow color. It's called Glorious Day, and it's a Vibes. So before I glue my photos down, maybe I should do my painting first, so that way I don't end up getting paint all over my photos. I've kind of been known to do that recently. So this is a Vibes, and so it has a spray nozzle. So I put a little bit of water down on my cardstock, and now I sprayed a little bit of this Glorious Day Vibes on here. I may put a little bit more, and I'm just going to move that around a little bit. It doesn't move around quite as well on this paper that I'm using because it's not quite as thick, but it does move around a little bit, so I like that. It doesn't soak into the paper like it would if you were just using regular cardstock. While my paint is drying, I'm going to go ahead and get my photos adhered to the layout. There we go. Super cute there. And then, you know what? I got some paint on the top of this strip, and I don't like that. So let me cut that off and try to see if I can fix it. Ugh, I think I just messed it up even more. I don't like that either. Don't recommend cutting this once it's on here. I should have probably just left it alone and let it dry, but I'm going to try to fix it. I'm going to try to take these stitches out right here. What a mess. I probably should have cut this out of the video, but just letting you know that sometimes you just roll with the flow. Let me see what I can do to cover this up. Maybe I can put one of these enamel flare dots up here. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Let me think about it. I will put an embellishment cluster up here, but I gotta think about what I want to use. I know there's a giant heart in here, and there's some florals, and I want to use this cupcake because this was her birthday, and you can see a cupcake in the photo. So I want to use that. While that paint is drying, I better let it dry a little bit before I mess with the paper anymore. I am taking this enamel dot and the flare dot, epoxy dot, I guess it's called, and I am adding some of the same stitching thread that I used in my sewing machine. So before I put this thread away, I'm just going to make a little tangled thread nest. What I like to do is do about 3 pulls on my thread and then wrap them around my fingers and then place that little thread behind my epoxy dot here with the sticky in the middle, and then just fan out the edges. I hope that makes sense. So now I have my little dot, and the last thing I'll do here before I put this away is I will add another one of the glue dots to the back so that it's ready to stick down whenever I find a place for it on my layout. So I'm going to set this upside down, put my glue dots away so that I'm ready to embellish. So I think I found some embellishments here. I have them on my mat. And I did go ahead and journal on this heart. So this was a piece in the ephemera included in this kit. And I do have a little bit of foam tape on the back, but I want to add some glue. You can see my paint is not quite dry, so I think that glue will help it. I'm still trying to see where I want that flare, but I don't think that was the right spot. I do like this little mint colored flower, so I'm going to add that to the top. Ooh, that looks cute. And now I want to work on another embellishment cluster. So since I have that one not on the photo and up there in the painted space, I feel like that's where I should make another cluster. I'm just going to do a diagonal cluster. And I think I want to do another cluster down in the bottom in my other painted area. So I thought about maybe putting this on the photo, but as I go to glue it down, I'm like, nope, I want to put it down at the bottom. I think that that will balance out better, placing it down in the lower left. Now on a couple of these embellishments, I am going to use a little bit of foam tape on the back, and then I'll add some glue. This one I didn't add glue on. And then there's my flare, and I want to add this cupcake. So I think I'll put the flare up here next to the flowers. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the cupcake down here to the right. So if you're ever interested in joining us on these hops, this is the Mix It Up Monday hop. Tara O'Rourke has a Facebook group called the Paper Snob Community. I'll leave it linked down below as well. And you're always welcome to join us in these hops. Now there'll also be a playlist, so if you want to see what everyone has created with this sketch, I will leave that playlist down below for you to check out the other videos. I have so much fun participating in these hops and seeing what all the other creators have made. I love it. So I encourage you to check them all out. I'm going to add this cute little butterfly up here on the corner. I'm adding a little bit of foam tape, and then I want to bring in some of the sequins from this month's Shimmerz Paints bonus bundle. So for my embellishing, I don't want to add a whole lot of sequins, but just a couple. And off camera, I did go in and put a few of the Glorious Day splatters, so you can see some splatters there in my painted area. And now I want to add about 3 sequins to each of these clusters, and I want to pick out the colors. So I want like a red one, a pink one, and a yellow one. And I will do that for both of the clusters. And then when I'm gluing my enamel dots down, I like to use the Nuvo Deluxe glue because it always dries clear. And so if any seeps out from underneath the sequins, it will dry clear. So I will get these glued down, and then that's going to wrap up today's layout. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!